All right, yeah, good evening once again. I uploaded a video on Monday. Um, oh no, that was on Sunday, trying to give you guys some of my chart markups for the upcoming week. So I'm doing this video to give you a midweek review, as to what is happening in the markets so far. So let's just go to the charts. Let's jump straight in and then see what happened. So the first pair that I analyzed was pound yen. And for the pound yen, I remember we are looking for buys. I indicated that we're very bullish from this low to this high to this low, and then we're trying to make a higher high. However, you can see that that is not what happened. The market just dropped from the level that we marked out. So we previously marked out this high, and then we're expecting price to make a clean break of this and then give us a retest. So we're expecting price to make a clean break, give us a retest, or even a triple bottom, like I mentioned in the previous video, and then to give us a higher high. But as you can see, currently the market is tanking. It's going all the way down. So right now, what is my target? So let's go back up to the weekly. If you look at the weekly is pretty bullish. We are very bullish. You can see this one is all the way from, let's just go down and then mark it out appropriately. So you can see that we started all the way down there, made a high, made a low, and then we're chopping in between this consolidation, and then we just made this high, made this low, and now we made a high, and then we are trying to make a higher low to continue going up like that. So that's what we have on pound yen. It is still very bullish, but I don't know exactly where the market is going to stop before it's going to stop, on its way down before it's going to start going back up. I have no idea. If you go into the daily, there's a support, a resistance that could probably turn support as the market approaches that level, which is right here, somewhere in the 200.800 level. But well, we are not going to predict. We are just going to let the market tell us exactly what it wants to do, and then we are going to join and then flow in. But I think this market, there's a possibility that it will reverse from here. You can see something like a lower high right there, which I don't know if this market will be able to break it, giving us something like an inverse head and shoulder on a lower time frame, giving us a retest and then continuing high. But this is heading towards the end of the week, so we're just going to forget about pound yen for now until next week. Then on to the next pair, which was UsdJpy. You remember UsdJpy, when the market was opening, it opened all the way there, and I was saying that there was a very nice support, uh, then resistance level, which became a support level here again, and then another support level. And then I was expecting the market to give us a clean break, a clean retest, and then a clean higher high. But as you can see, that did not happen as expected. So it's the same thing as pound yen. It also dropped all the way down. So during my midweek analysis, I made this analysis on UJ, and I indicated that as you can see, this is on the 15-minute chart on UsdJpy, and this was done on 28th of October. That's just yesterday at around 7:50 p.m. So I made an indication that so if you don't follow me on Instagram, I don't think you'll be able to get an update like this. So you have to go and follow me on Instagram so that you can get midweek updates, or as the market is going on, I can give you some change in my analysis, or my a change in my my forecast for the particular pair for that particular day, or even for the rest of the week. So this USDJPY, it was consolidating. As you can see, we had this resistance level, then we had a support level. It was consolidating, and I made a box. This is a magic box that you pick out from manipulating a lot of things. So this was the box that I made out, and I was thinking that the USDJPY would fall into this box and then give us a reason to buy out of the box. So let me show you currently. This is the box you can see on the 4H time frame. So let's go down to the 15 minutes so that you can see the box appropriately. So this was the box that I had, and this is where price was initially. So you can see the price dropped all the way down into the box, gave us the particular resistance or confirmation that we needed. But as you can see, the time that it happened was very late. It was 1:30 a.m. bro. 1:30 a.m. I was asleep, so I missed it. And then the market just shot up. So all that I was waiting for was for the pullback. So you can see this market gave this nice push. So I was waiting for the pullback and then to join the market for the upside. And that's exactly what happened. So you can see that the market respected this zigzag level that I've marked out, and then it respected our box and then gave us a very nice push to the upside. This gave us about from our box to this to the current price, it gave us about 100 pips. As you can see, 100 pips is a very solid gain for the week. So yes, that's it for UJ. It didn't do what we expected it to do at the beginning of the week, but we still managed to take advantage of this accumulation and then manipulation and then distribution to the other side, or expansion to the other side. Yeah, we managed to take advantage of that. I think I've shared a video on my YouTube with regards to this, how I entered this trade and how much money it made me. Yeah, so that's it for UJ. So currently, what is the outlook? What do I expect UJ to do? Honestly, when the market is in the middle of nowhere like this, I usually prefer to just ignore and then let it tell me exactly what it wants to do. I don't predict. I don't want, mark house tell the market exactly uh, what to do. I mean, it should go here, or go here, or go there. I don't do that. I just wait for the market to do something and then I react to it. So, but what I would love to see is two things. Is either this market drops all the way down, further down, to this level, and then gives us a reason to enter long and then go higher. Just as you can see, just as we have this trend line, we can also have another trend line here, which will match with the level that I'm looking for, somewhere down here, somewhere the 152,400 level. So if such a thing happens, I will be interested in buying. But if it doesn't, then I'm not interested at all. I'll have to wait till next week to see if this market can break out, give us a retest, and then we'll continue high to our overall target of 154,350. Next pair is the EurUsd. I was expecting this market to reject the resistance around this particular level. As you can see, we had many, this market we had many weak rejections here, here, here. But as the market moves, we also adjust our analysis. So as you can see, I made this analysis and then I was expecting this market to follow this my path and drop all the way down just like that. And you can see that's what's currently happening. So during the week that was yesterday, I changed my analysis and I was expecting this 16385 level to get broken before I'll be interested. So it got broken today. I saw this and I was expecting, just waiting for the pullback, but the pullback came and unfortunately I missed this trade. But as you can see, the market has dropped massively. It dropped on the FOMC news, or the interest rate that was released this afternoon. So what is the outlook? It dropped about 50 pips. That's 53 pips or so, which is very good, if you use a very appropriate lot size. So what's the outlook? What's next for EU or your EurUsd? I still think we are going to hit these levels, this level and this level, the 15750 level and then the 15400 level. I just don't know when. So for this trade, the only way I'll be interested is if the market gives us a pullback, a nice lower high, and then we continue to make a lower low. So this is what I'm expecting for the rest of the week. I don't know. You still have so many news events that are coming up, and I think this particular pair can still drop and give us an amazing 45 pips, or even go lower to give us an amazing 80 pips. So that's on the table. Let's monitor for throughout the week, and then we can see if EurUsd would give us such a return. Then we have Pound USD. Pound USD, I was expecting last week that the market should immediately drop from here when it opened. So I was expecting just a little pullback and then for the market to continue going down. But as you can see, the market did not do that. It went all the way up and then it went to reject the resistance level at 1.33700. You can see it. So we only use round numbers on this channel. Round numbers work, and then they give prices a very nice stuff, very nice case, and then it just drops. So Pound USD made this massive drop. I was able to capitalize on this during the week. I think I had my position, I entered my position on this lower high, on the formation of this lower high, and then the market dropped all the way down to the take profit level, and that's when I closed the trade. However, there was another trade today, but I missed it as well, like I already indicated previously. This was the lower high that I was expecting to get formed, but because the FOMC news was coming, I just decided to sit on my hands and just watch it play out. As you can see, it played out perfectly. There was a very, very nice confirmation. If you follow me for a while, you know that I wait for confirmation before I enter, and this was a very, very, very nice confirmation to the downside. So this was a very, very good trade. However, I missed it. Then the very last pair was gold. Gold we're expecting, like I said initially, gold was very, very, very bullish, and I said that we're trapped between the support level and then this resistance level. However, I made mention that I am not interested until gold successfully breaks out of this resistance level and makes a perfect clean retest, and then for us to continue to the all-time highs. However, gold did the exact opposite. We actually broke to the downside, and then when we had this lower high, and then we continued all the way down to make a lower low. However, I was still able to capitalize on a short, which was a very, very, very nice shot, but it was a scalp trade. So the setup was on this time frame, the 15-minute time frame. I saw that gold was continuously making lower lows and lower highs, continuously making lower lows and lower highs continuously. So I was expecting this lower low formation, this lower high formation instead. Yeah. So I was expecting the lower high formation, and what did I do? I simply marked down my levels, and then I waited for gold to come, and then it gave me a perfect retest at this particular level, and all I waited for was confirmation on the lower time frame, and then bam, I entered the trade over there, and then it dropped all the way down to my take profit. This was a very, very, very nice trade on gold, which helped me capture about 270 pips. Yes, it was a very, very amazing trade. 270 pips on gold was an amazing trade. It's also on my Instagram, so if you don't follow me, you better have to follow me. You have to follow me so that you can get updates as to when I post them or when I change my mind on some of these pairs. Yeah. So what is next for gold? What is next for gold? We have just rejected from this resistance, which is the 40-20 level. You can see we have just rejected from that particular level. So all that I'm waiting for to see is if gold can beautifully give us a lower high level somewhere in there. I don't know, there's so much resistance and so much support in there. So somewhere in there or even a little bit higher to this level and then continue going down. That's not my analysis for gold. We're just going to follow the momentum. Like I always say, we are momentum traders. We follow where the market wants to send us. So this is our fib level. If gold comes, our very, very first take profit is going to be at the lower low, at the lower low here, expecting it to get broken, and then our very next target will be the minus 27 Fibonacci, which is going to be all the way down here at the 38.17 level. So this is my analysis for the rest of the week for these particular pairs. Hopefully some of them will play out as we are expecting them to, but as the week goes on, if they change, we will also have to change to match what the new data is telling us or is giving us. So yeah, that's it for the pairs. This is just a midweek update. If you haven't watched the previous video, I think you should go and watch the previous video so that you can understand some of the analysis that I made on there and the reasons why I've changed some of the things on this analysis. So yeah, peace out. Enjoy the video and subscribe. That will be very, very helpful.